Shalom. I want to start off by saying all praises and honor and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, who I've learned His truth from, who rule well. And salutations unto you brothers and you sisters that take heed in sincerity and in truth. Yeah, man, that was a video of actually I'll pull it up again. And it says dash cam footage shows Athabasca, Chippewan First Nation Chief Alan Adam getting tackled by RCMP officers, then punched in the head and put in a chokehold. This is how he looked after, and this is just showing you, man, whenever you have Judah getting oppressed and getting the full throttle, you have the other tribes as well follow, because we're all Israelites, to the Latinos, to the Native Americans, etc. Right? So this is just showing you that this is in Canada, and this was done by the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which we've brought out information for years, about their history and their, information about them, even I believe in the news I seen yesterday an article about Justin Trudeau, right, the Prime Minister admitting that you have racism within the RCMP, and it takes how many decades and centuries for them to admit that, in 2020, which ask any Jake and they can tell you that's facts already, but I'm gonna get the scripture. It's in the book of Zechariah, right? Because we're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, and this devil is gonna get ready to show. He's showing his horns, and this thing is gonna just keep going downhill. It's gonna keep like the snowball effect. Okay, this is Zechariah 11. And 4, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. See? So, who's our possessors? First of all, the problem with Jake is you think you're not possessed. You think you're not actually property. You're trying to stay within the realm of, we're citizens. We're American citizens. Okay, because I was looking for this. This is the Dred Scott decision, 1857. It reads, in the case of Dred Scott versus Sanford, the Supreme Court, right, ruled that black men, whether free or enslaved, had no rights which a white man was bound to respect. Plain and simple. Same thing applies to the Native Americans and the Latinos, man. Right? So basically the Constitution does not apply to the Israelites. All about freedom, liberal, rights and all these things that you're demanding. We're here to be punished by the Most High. We have to learn our correction, right? It says, Scott, who claimed that he was freed when his master took him to a northern state which did not allow slavery, saw his petition rejected. Moreover, the court ruled that southern slave owners could take their slaves, their property, to any part of the United States they wished. Northerners were outraged at the notion that slavery was legal anywhere in the country. And basically, people are, marching up and down. You people are just puffing in the wind, man. You're just huffing and puffing for no reason. It's all vanity, you know, because this is all the Most High's movie. He's the director. It's his show, you know. Um, so the reason I wanted to get that, because I'm going to look up this word possessors, man. All right, when you look up the word possessor, quana, meaning to get, acquire, to buy. See? And were we not bought by these devils, man? Joel 3. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Joel 3 and 6, right? This is going into the Ishmaelites, right? The so-called Arab slave trade, which they sold jakes to Edomites, which we're going to read. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecians. Who are the Grecians? Right? Esau tells you the beginning of civilization starts in Greece. Well, it's the beginning of his civilization, right? That ye might remove them far from their border, right? And also, if you go into the book of Deuteronomy, that's just part of the curses, man. So we're still in our possessor's hands, man. That whole thing about the emancipation, all you have to do is look up the etymology of the word emancipation, right? It just means ownership from one owner, right? Or the ownership of property transferred from one owner to another owner. So it just went from the physical plantation owner to the government. Plain and simple, right? Even after so-called slavery was ended, you had the what was that called? Now I just brought it out a few weeks back. You had the penitentiary system established, okay, and you had free slave labor, or working labor in the penitentiary, which they developed mass, incarceration of Jakes, Israelites, via black codes, certain fines and certain bylaws that Jake would break just because of their situation. Like loitering. You just be on the corner, or you're trying to read and that was against the law, or you're trying to get work, or certain scenarios, and you would find yourself in prison. It was actually called the convict lease program. It just came back to me. The convict lease program. Look that up. You can look it up on Wikipedia. That was established after so-called the Great Emancipation, man. More oppression, Jim Crow. So they just took you from from the individual to the beast, to the system, right? To the damn system, man. Right? Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And people will say, "Oh, look, it says no man shall buy you." So what are you talking about? It's referring to the slave trade. Well, the word "buy" in Old English, which we're reading, right? This is the Old English King James, not the New International Version. The word "buy" here means to save, because obviously when it says you're sold, you cannot sell something. There's no sell without buy. There's no buy without sell. There has to be a purchase price, and all you have to do is read the history, go watch movies like Goodbye Uncle Tom, Amistad, certain movies that show you how you were bought and sold, and that's the curses, man. So we're still found in their hands, right? Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord Yahweh," right? They say, "God bless America," right? In God we trust. Swear in the Bible, sir. Put your right hand on the Bible, right? For I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Our own shepherds, man. Because why? They're set up. Through factions of the Boule, through other factions, the Greek fraternities, other secret societies. They have the leaders of our communities bought and paid for. The church system, right? Your false church system is under a whole umbrella called the 501c3 tax statute, which is a tax exemption, meaning more money. But guess what? With that more money, you cannot bring out certain information. within the congregation, or else you get revoked. A lot of business, man. The shepherds are about their pocket, their bellies, man. Not about your mind, not about freeing you, you know? And that just shows you, man. Right there, we just watched the video, right? And you just seen the picture, man. All right? So, yeah, with that, I want to say Kahalalim La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well. And I hope you're edified, and salutations unto you sincere listeners. All right, Lord's will. Till next time, I say shalom.